Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the Frag VALORANT Major Philadelphia. This is it, our grand finals. We have 2 teams remaining. We started with 16 yesterday. We're down to 2. The $7,500 prize pool on the line. More importantly, that championship of being able to claim that you are the tournament victor. At least in my opinion, you know. Money's nice too, but being able to claim that title is pretty cool as well. I'm Freaky CBK, joined by Elevated. We've been with you on the journey throughout. And it comes to this best out of 3, as we have on the way, going to be taking on Booster Seat Gaming. That is a real team name, but don't let that fool you. They are a very good team and deserving to be here. This should be a fun best out of 3 Elevated.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to your point, how many people out there can say that they have won a Valorant LAN, you know, regardless of the size of the prize pool? Not a ton. And so that is definitely something that you can hang your hat on. And like you said, this should be a very exciting series. I was just looking at some of the stats for the Philadelphia side of the Frag Major, and Booster Seat Gaming, they have the #1 first kill player, Verdi. We saw him play extremely aggressively, is leading the way with first kills. Also, pretty high up there in first deaths, but you know, that kind of goes with the territory. On the other side of things, on the way, have #5 and #6 in terms of first kills, with J. Cruel and Bang getting a lot of those. And guess who comes up right after them? Jajemo, Booster Seat Gaming's secondary duelist player. So we've got ourselves a very explosive matchup here, and I'm super excited to see who comes out on top.
Yeah, and it's one of those, it would always be silly and pointless to predict it, because, not that I don't want to put us on the spot, but really, either one of these teams could absolutely win this tournament at this point, with the performances that they have had up until this point. So as you're even going over there with the stats. But yeah, certainly Verdi looked nasty in that first semifinals that we watched today, and their 2-0 victory there over team name. He is a great entry fragger. We saw specifically on Reyna on that Icebox map. That was pretty good. So expecting some big plays out of him as you take a look at the roster. Again, Churms, Jajemo, Boltsy, Verdi, and Vic going up against Bang, Xander, Stellar, J. Cruel, and Brock. Of course, on the way, we just got finished watching against Sonics, who, you know, part of me wants to say disappointing from Sonics, but at the same time, I go back to, just because some of these team names are a little funky and maybe not known team names, these are still great players coming together and playing together at the SLAN event. So still nothing to be, you know, very disappointed about, at least from Sonics, in my opinion. But take it, learn from it. That's really the ultimate point of this event. And what we're going to learn here is what maps we are going to be playing for this match. So on your screen, okay, it's actually different than what I was told initially. So unfortunately, wait, something is that okay? I guess it is. Anyways, so we're gonna see Split first, then we're going to Breeze, and then it'll be Icebox. I thought for a second we might have seen Haven with the first map, but no, apparently it's not going to be the case. Oh, okay. So now I'm being told I am correct. So they're going to fix that graphic right there. So it looks like it's actually going to be Haven. So ignore what you see on the screen right there. It will be Haven for the first map, and then we're going to Split for the second map, and then it's going to be Icebox in map 3 if it's necessary. But we're going to see Haven for the first time. So we are. That's fun. Elevator, what do we think?
I'm very excited because this is one of those very aggressive maps that, you know, 3 sites tends to lend itself towards the attacking side. You tend to see a lot of aggressive control over a main, lots of flanks happening, and it's setting ourselves up for potentially a very explosive matchup between these entry fraggers. And, you know, I'm excited for it. Are we going to see the Sky? Are we going to see... we're not going to see the Phoenix, I don't think, but it's possible. It's definitely possible we could see the Phoenix come out. As sort of a Haven classic, and you know, some people just like comfort over meta, and that's totally fine.
Yeah, this is the one map that Phoenix could make and has made an appearance to that point in this tournament, actually. But I believe that was from, I'm looking through now, it was by IWNL were the ones to run it. So yeah, nobody else has actually ran Phoenix. So here we go. Looks like, okay, yeah, so ignore the split there. It actually is going to be Haven. But we got the agent selection coming out on either side. And all right, so we're gonna have a mirror match from the looks of it. Yeah, I'm gonna say it is a mirror match. Gonna be coming out with the Jet, Astro, Sky, Killjoy, and Sova when it's all said and done. So that's what we have. We have Sky once again. God, Sky went from literally not seeing in the 4 series that we casted yesterday to every single series here today.
I must say that the fact that Sky is showing up in the grand finals with the teams that have been winning the most,
maybe a sign, yeah.
Maybe a sign. Who knows? Either way, pretty meta comps from both teams. The Killjoy, you said, is great on Haven. The alarm bot specifically, or the turret for barrage control, helps to kind of spread your players out correctly across those 3 different sites. And then the Sky, obviously great for information along with Sova.
Yep. Sova. In this case, you got Brock lining up for a recon dart towards A. Off the bat, that means we will see BSG as the attackers and OTW on defense. And here we go. It's Jake creeping up. Or actually, is that wrong? I was going to say, wait, all sorts of confusion here. Okay, so OTW is on attack and BSG is stop it there. Going to be on defense. There we go.
We'll figure it out eventually. But yeah, very aggressive A control early here for the attackers. And a pretty heavy stack towards C, so it might be a very easy sight hit. Xander and crew creep up towards A.
Obscuring.
Slow playing this, but out come the stars, out come the block of the vision, and Vic making the call, I'm sure, as just going to spam through, trying to get some lucky damage onto the site. But it's going to be a free take into the A site. And interesting spike plan. Look at that on the right-hand side there at the bottom of the box. So not really your default plan coming out, as it's going to be a recon from Vic, though.
Yeah, this was a pretty popular plant in the past, kind of like right next to the box under Heaven.
Scanning ahead. There they are.
If you have a free site, might as well use it.
Vic has some shock darts, but here we go with the execution now. Shock dart, did a great job on his Xander there. Bang, finds Birdie. Vic though, shock dart kill on his Xander. Nice right clicks. The trades continue. Bang, viewers. It is being diffused. It got halfway. It's up to Stellar. It's not going to happen. And BSG, great retake. They're up 1-0.
Yeah, you can kind of see the plant spot. It favors the long hold, but those shock darts definitely favored the defense there, as Vic hit a couple nice ones, and ultimately BSG was able to swarm forward and take out on the way.
Well, how about Verdi, too? Again, the top fragger, as you were mentioning, in this tournament so far. He's going to pick up the Phantom in round 2. Can't say I'm surprised by that.
Something tells me he'll be looking for an initial duel right off the rip here.
Is watching C, but we got a garage play meanwhile. Germs blocked off. The alarm bot allows the spray, but it's a little bit of damage. No kills happening with it.
Uh-oh, Birdie could be in trouble here.
Yeah, that could be big. They get to the Phantom. We'll take 1 though. Gets 2, gets 3. So much for being in trouble. Yeah, he's just fine. And Tojema with the flank. So pretty quick, 2-0.
Yeah, Booster Seat making a little bit of a statement there. And Verdi being rewarded for that aggressive buy, as he definitely needed a Phantom there to spray down those 3 players coming through garage.
All right, so 2-0. And the buy's on the other side. We see the bonus round for the side of BSG, but that goes back to Verdi buying that Phantom and got the 3 kills with it. And has it going into round number 3 as well. So, not sure if this is a tech timeout. It looks like it might be. Usually the case when we go to this shot right here. But you will look at the side of OTW. They have their buys. They come out, and obviously this is where we start to get to the point of, all right, so more different execution. The pistol round's one thing, that second round's another. But start to get the guns and different play styles start happening. Is there maybe a side of execution you like to see personally when it comes to Haven here on the attacking or the teams?
I think usually what seems to be the most common thing is teams will take aggressive A control and try and work A as much as possible, full rotations, and then either head back towards C for a hit or just simply continue up on a rehit towards A. I think A is one of the harder sites to retake on. and so you'll see a lot of pro teams focus on that. Sometimes you'll go for the very quick C hit as well, and then B is sort of like a fallback to you know, if you're on sort of like a last ditch effort, or you need to kind of like audible towards another site.
All right, looks like, yeah, obviously some sort of tech issue. Maybe about the mouse or something there. Going to be happening. It's the finals. So honestly, this event so far, especially on the main stage, I mean, it's been going very smooth, considering you're not to throw shade or by any means at the champions, but let's just say there was a fair amount of tech pauses over there that took place at that event.
Easy, man. What if we want to work one of those at some point?
But you know, it's also one of those cases, especially in a LAN environment especially on the champions, going back to that point, you know, players that much more like, if things aren't exactly as they want it to be when it comes to their mouse or keyboard, you know, whatever on the screen, it's understandable, you know, they'll try to get that figured out and talk to an admin or whatever, because a lot's on the line. A lot's on the line. You're in that environment. You want to really make sure you're as comfortable as possible when it comes down to it. So, again, not exactly sure what the issue is here. If it definitely is more of a one that's understandable or not, but either way. In the pause early on, hopefully, once we get over this hump, though, we get to continue on with the series.
He's definitely just asking. He's like, "What's your crosshair? I need a new one."
I gotta change my sensitivity. Can I change it mid-game?
Outlines, no outlines. Movement error. I'm reading lips right now, so that's what I'm getting at least.
Definitely what's happening. Yeah, talking about the crosshair.
Oh, use the yellow green, not the green yellow. Okay, that's it.
Figured it out. Teammates are starting to help now, pointing to.
He's like, yeah, no, you want the little circle. Okay.
There's some funky crosshairs out there, man. At this level, you know, you usually see more of the typical ones, but I'm sure you've seen plenty of your own share of these massive crosshairs that some people use, or like the big square, or the one with the lines around it like expand, and just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I remember, honestly, like, Team Liquid Link in particular, I remember, even during, like, actual VCT qualifiers for, you know, major tournaments, would be using, like, the giant double blocks where you can't even see, like, what's behind the crosshair at times.
Pretty absurd. All right, take a look there at the opposition. That would be on the way on the right, I believe, and yeah, Booster Seat Gaming on the left. They're the ones that call this tech timeout. So, again, to reiterate, it's going to be Haven first, and then we are going to split for map 2. Haven chosen by on the way. Booster then pick split, and then Icebox is what we ended with. So, interesting there, actually. You know, Icebox usually is if we're going to see one of the first picks, but ends up going all the way to in the last one. Fracture was the initial ban. Yeah, we went from seeing actually a fair amount of Fracture yesterday to none at all today as well. So a couple of the differences between yesterday and today's in terms of coverage.
Yeah, it's nice to get a little bit of variety. Like you said, we have been starting off in Icebox, it feels like, pretty often. But always nice to get a little bit of variety since we do have those 7 maps in the pool.
Yeah, it goes back to the discussion again. I'm not expecting a new map anytime soon necessarily, but and it's going to be interesting to see what they do, because we've mentioned how 7 maps, it does feel good, but if they are going to, when they're going to introduce another map, is that going to be a rotation of one of the maps going out of the quote-unquote like ranked play or competitive play, or are they just going to keep expanding it to maybe like a 10 map pool and then start cycling? So, or is there a limit that they have in mind that they'll go to that and that'll be it? I mean, you got to figure they don't want to limit themselves, but.
Yeah, but at the same time, you look at, you know, other attack FPS games, there usually is like a fairly concise map pool. And then obviously with the addition of new agents all the time, there's so many moving pieces. It is kind of like, where does Riot want to kind of like cut the complexity and allow people to just play the game?
But at the same time, there has been a bit of a rotation as well, right? Where Yeah, there are a fair amount of standard ones, but then occasionally, you know, they'll implement one or you know, rework another. And
Scotch tape coming out.
yeah,
Okay.
This is what
That
this all
can't
is
be
about.
good.
Gotta fix it. Whenever in doubt, just get the Scotch tape and start taping it up.
Oh, I see. He's gonna Scotch
tape it to his nose.
Gonna Scotch tape his crosshair. You know exactly where that crosshair placement's supposed to be.
Dude, that's an old school tactic right there. That takes me back. You know, drawing a crosshair, a dot like on the center of your screen, your CRT monitor, and it made your aim better. I swear to God.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not gonna lie. When those new agents come out and everybody's trying to insta pick them every single match, sometimes you gotta like little tape exactly underneath where that character is, so you can super fast click. Especially for me, I don't have those zoomer reflexes anymore, so you know, whatever advantage I can get.
Ain't that the truth? Ooh, he's lucky that Bottle had the cap on right there. That's a good job. Had plenty of those incidents. Bottle gets knocked over. Liquid everywhere. Especially with kids. Always a kid's fault. Never mind.
Definitely probably cause another delay, which obviously don't want to see. Double checking all the audio settings, it seems like.
I do wonder what number they have in their head in terms of how many agents they're going to look at as well. And obviously the next discussion then is banning and picking of agents. Yeah, you and I come from the MOBA scene, so you know, very familiar with that, right? But and if that's even going to happen, I mean, there is nothing to suggest that they're going to get to that point, to be fair. I mean, I think we all kind of just maybe expect it because, you know, Riot being League of Legends and they come from that background as well. But
right.
I mean, I suppose there's nothing that says they have to. So
yeah, I mean, there could just be a pool of 50 different characters you could pick. It is going to be really weird to see where the game is in like a couple of years, because I feel like one thing that you have to always be careful of when you have these sort of ever-expanding games like the MOBA genre, like League, like Dota, like those ones that have been added to over like 10 years, is you get to a point where it almost becomes impossible for new players to come into the game because there's so many things to learn that it's just too intimidating. And obviously this is a game that is definitely tailored to be as inclusive as possible in terms of, like, you know, picking up people from Overwatch, picking up people from PUBG, Fortnite, Counter-Strike. Like, they clearly want Valorant to have as big a reach as possible. And so there is sort of a double-edged sword of adding all these new characters, which is cool content, but also makes the game harder to learn.
Yep, absolutely. And I mean, the game's kind of been out for what, a year and a half now officially, almost 2 years even. I'm trying to think like when it actually, because obviously the VCT has been a season, but the game was out before that, so it's almost been 2 years, and we've had maybe like 6 agents come out, 3 or 4 agents a year. So I mean, at this pace, I guess what I'm getting at, you know, it's only going to be like a matter of 20 to 25 agents in total over the next 3 or 4 years. But that's that's all speculation. All that, but
it is true.
I think the biggest thing, especially for the competitive aspect, is the idea of you want to make sure there's diversity, and I don't have the numbers in front of me, but frankly, for the champions, I think we actually saw more diversity in agent selection and even map selection to an extent than perhaps expected going into it. And so that was a positive and healthy sign. And maybe we don't need to put in some artificial rules to help that out if that's going to be the case. So
yeah, definitely. And I mean, I think one thing that is also interesting is now that we're in this post VCT stage, we could see a lot more of these agents that haven't been explored as much come into the meta, because when you're in that grind of like trying to qualify, trying to go to Masters, trying to go to Champions, you're very much incentivized not to experiment. Like, do what works, play the agents that you know you're good at, don't try anything new, because you can't risk, you know, your spot at one of these major tournaments just to be able to, like, you know, try that new cool stuff that all of the Zoomers are playing.
Well, we are ready to go. Fun discussions had there, but back to some action. As they can to catch you up, it's 2-0 PSG. OTW on the bye, though. Bonus round for I want to say backseat gamers or something. Booster seat gaming. Over there on defense.
Booty squat gaming.
Booty squat. Too much. PG stream.
Nothing wrong with working out, bro.
True.
Come on.
Rock droning up Sierra A, long that is. There's a star at the end of that. They're also trying to take some sewer control with Xander. However, there's 2 players to the right. Verdi sitting there with their teammate. Flash ready. Yep, there's the empty chairs. Back to the game. Only 48 seconds remaining. They have the spike over here towards A, and it is pretty much A committed. There's 3 players in the side though. It's so dangerous. Nickel enters in. Dash in. They kill all 3 off the bat. That's how you do it, I suppose.
1 enemy remaining.
Vic enters the death trap.
Efficient entry play, absolutely. Everybody checking the right angle and winning the gun duel that they were assigned to. And Cherms is up here like, wait, I had a team. I'm just trying to find a couple shots. Will not. Flawless round. Xander shuts him down.
There you go. Good execution. It's hard to catch all those kills happen. They just all happen simultaneously. Great entry through sewer. Jet with the distraction in the site. And yeah, just like that, it's now 1-2. But back to buys on the other side for BSG. They got the operator for Tajimo. And speaking of that, he's going to peek long A off the bat. There is an Astro Star there, so that could get interesting in terms of a pull-in play. Here we go.
So support.
Yeah, there's the pull-in, and with the flash, there's no chance for Tajimo.
Scout destroyed.
Doggo up long as well. And it does seem like that OTW, these first couple of gun rounds, they're a big fan of hitting the A site.
Yeah, definitely at least making BSG consider that they should put more resources here. They have not seen the operator yet. They just flashed him off the angle and pushed him back. So not 100% sure that there is a jet with an op here.
Yeah, Vic is heading in the site, waiting for a recon dart to come in, but
Scanning ahead.
not going to happen at this point. Let's see, Vic is, he's like, no, it's coming. No, it's coming. It ain't coming, Vic, don't worry. Alarm bot quickly killed by Bang. And little does he know, Bolsey is just sitting there in that smoke.
Coming back.
They've got pretty good coverage across all of the sites as far as
30
utility
seconds
goes.
left.
Stellar is going to try and walk in here, but he hears the turret. Maybe trying to draw some rotations towards B, but the drone will come out and A. The execute needs to happen here very quickly.
Misses the shot. Good job by Jet. Jay Cruel being a distraction once again. Tajimo though with the short, he gets one. Almost got a second. Doing some damage, but Vic is there to clean
10
up
seconds left.
with Birdie as well. They're holding.
remaining.
8 seconds remain. They got to get the spike down. It's not going to happen.
A.
Brock dies. Stellar's able to take one, but obviously not winning this round. Simply needs to save the gun at this point. It's going to be 3-1 BSG. Old A side this time.
Yeah, it was one of those rounds where it was like they weren't getting any information from either C or B. They just kind of planted up an A and were hoping that they could find the timing. But very good disciplined hold from BSG, and on the way we'll need to change their approach a little bit, explore the rest of the map.
Yeah.
There are 3 sites after all.
There is a C and a B. It's very unique to Haven, in case you weren't aware. There is 3 sites in total. This is Valorant 101 cast here in the finals. Speaking of that, it's going to be a C aggressive push from Tajimo, and yes, saw it coming, the slide away, so pretty. But guess where they're going? Going back in.
Headed back to A. Definitely running away from the operator.
Concealment.
Doing the site, but they don't know the spike yet, but they're getting to the back of it. However, they do not know about Heaven just yet, and there you go. Bolsey gets Jake roll, but good a trade. Wrong play. No, the timing indeed. Cherms get the clean up a Bang, but Brock is there to trade it once again. So the spike down, 2 versus 2. In comes the lockdown from OTW.
I love this actually. It's gonna buy them so much time. It's so hard for Verdi to get in here. He's gonna try and push this. Oh, spam through the wall.
Wow. Talk about a ballsy play right there. Gets the kill in the lockdown though. Remains a 2 versus 2, and they kill their opponents together. And they make it 4-1. Verdi and Jajemo, the duelists, they're hitting shots.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I have noticed from watching Verdi play today is that if there is an opportunity to make a push aggressive play, he is going to make that 100% of the time. I mean, that lockdown was like a second away from going off, that would have spelled disaster for BSG, but both Verdi and Jajemo believing that Verdi would pull off the play.
Yeah, so you definitely can't blame Stellar there for going for the lockdown play. It seemed like it made sense, but little do you know, or remember, going up against Verdi, who don't care. Comes aggressive into it, gets to go on lockdown, and that sets up what we saw at the end there. Of both him and Jajemo getting a kill to secure the round. So 4-1 PSG. OTW still has guns. Need to get some plays this round. Some kills even. As it looks like B is maybe a side of interest, but there is Killjoy utility there. Yeah,
look at A though. Stars get recalled. J-Cruel could just walk up here.
Yep. As the site, will they make a call and rotate over? Maybe. Yeah, looks like it. Spike is heading there. There goes Xander with the spike, so making the call that the site's taken. And they're pinging out Heaven. They're gonna get a smoke down there. No, smoking the CT actually, or smoking the spawn. Gonna leave Heaven open for now and planning default.
Spike planted.
One kill. No, but Xander gets a kill on Sherm despite having no life.
Look at this flank middle too.
Your trail.
Oh boy. Rock the time in there. Verdi got 2 though. Comes the Seekers defensively, or more so to prevent the retake. Yeah, and the flank is still happening, by the way. Brock's coming through. This could definitely catch them off guard, and it absolutely is.
Player standing.
Big got 1 kill and Big finds Brock in the end. The flash on through the smoke, and the defuse is successful. ESG feeling it right now. 5-1. You're on Haven, our first map.
Absolutely. Once again, Verdi leading the way onto the site. Havoc.
Can I
9
get this?
and 3 for the team. 3 ultimates available for BSG too, so definitely in a position to extend their lead even further here. But 3 ultimates also available for On The Way, who love to start
Right here.
chipping away at that economy a little bit more.
Right here.
Yeah, definitely need to come and play this round. In fact, right off the bat, Vic is just going to throw out that bunch of fury. Down towards A, getting a counter though. Oh, got the kill, but he gets taken out. You know what? Eye for an eye. Takes out Xander, but Vic.
Scout destroyed.
Smokes is pretty big though.
Blinding.
Just finding J-Cruel.
And Stellar got the backup. Verdi. Love the aggression, but times like that where we want to second guess that initiation there.
What's this?
His side is claimed though once again, and I mean we've seen this before though. This time they aren't a 3 versus 2 advantage, but there is an Astro Wall, and knives are currently out as well.
Drone will check Heaven, not see anybody, so now we're gonna check CT.
One enemy remaining.
Bolsey is. Whoa! How does he find one there? Full blind.
Yeah. So Demo and the knives down to 12 lives and unidentified life. Oh, Brock got a nice little haircut right there. But he turns and gets the kill himself, so 2-5. Yeah, that was really close to a turn.
Yeah, that initial Sova battle, definitely a fun way to start the round off, and On The Way, have a little more fun after getting a second round on the board here. Haven, a very momentum-based map. You can see the economy not looking super hot for BSG. They are going to buy into it, though.
Take flight.
And they're going to hit C hard with it. This is the first time we're going to see this. The only one out here is Killjoy. But the rest, looking to go into C, following that drone. They don't see anyone. Good job hiding. And as I say that, one tag happens. So they get Verdi, but there is more there. Jajemo included. J-Cruel will fall. Gonna go quick and get the free kill. Not gonna happen. Verdi also gets banged. and they hold at the C side. So just simply cannot get their opening kills. And now OTW
Bot coming
going back to their comfort of going A, but it's a 3 versus 5.
And Verdi also popped the Seekers right off the bat. One of them stuck in the corner for whatever reason, but that's okay. They do know that A is the site where they need to rotate.
Yeah, obviously, we're seeing a lot of ultimate utility. Nice shock dart right there. It does a lot of damage. But they use the Astro Wall. They use the Seekers as mentioned. They just use lockdown here, so going to push them out. No one just... Oh, got destroyed actually in the last second. But Gemmo pushing on through the smoke. Going to get pulled back. He is not sticking. Spraying through. As soon as the smoke goes down, it's going to be chaos. Nope, the sentry's there. The Gemmo gets one. No, there's a team nearby. Boltsy watching the flag. Brock got shot. But down goes Xander, and now the defuse is going to happen. Gosh, the 3 versus 5, that actually wasn't too bad for OTW, but...
That was almost close. They didn't get half. It's going to be fine, though.
Oh, yeah, that was a little
Was
scary.
that important?
Oh, they're good. All right, 6-2, PSG.
Yeah, looking good. I mean, we saw them in the first series of the day. Everybody was hitting shots. Saw some individual heroics. And honestly, they look pretty clean here. On the way has not been able to really crack the A site, even though that is their preferred site to go to. The very quick response from Boltsy with that Cosmic Divide shut
Get
down
out
the
of
C.
my way!
Demo. On top of B, J. Cruel taking a stun thanks to the dog. Jumps on through, somehow not
How's
dead
he
just
alive?
yet. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, flashes all over from teammates and enemies. Who knows what's going on, but Bang is going to find a goal. Boltsy somehow.
enemy remaining.
Oh my god, it took forever.
Spike down
And
B.
finally, the deaths start kicking in. 4 of them going the way of OTW. And now it's Stellar. I don't know how it took so long for kills to happen, but
It's like
Stellar.
going to a rave or something. Just noise and light flashing all over the place.
Nice crisp shot there on Verdi, but Jojemo will finally stop the pain train. And yeah, that was a heck of a B-hit attempt. Of course, that wasn't a save round. So a little bit of damage done, I suppose, by OTW, but
Need a drop.
not in the sense of a victory. It's only 2-7 now. As they're back to buys, though, they have a couple of ultimates. They have Killjoy, they have Lockdown, as well as Astro Wall. Certainly, going to be down 2-7 especially. Something the utility we'll probably see come into play here.
He's doing a really good job of just fighting fire with fire. Everyone's willing to... Ooh, Verdi getting caught, spammed through the door.
We'll see. Peeks through the smoke. Meanwhile, the Gemmo falls to Stellar. So they got the opening kill on Verdi, as we saw, thanks to the vision, and Bang will catch Vic. So this round looking very clean for OTW, and that A side is open. J. Cruel, speaking of clean.
Garage. What a shot.
Sniffing it out.
I mean, after those initial slow-paced rounds, on the way is just fighting for every inch of map control, and BSG is right there to meet them. 7-3 is the lead, but again, this feels like it could go either team's way, depending on who happens to be hitting their shots in any particular round.
I'm not sure which player that was, but that was OTW. So it was like a frustration, like, guys, we just flawless, like, why do we do that every round? Like, how did that round go so well? Like, come on, you can definitely feel that frustration of it. They know that they can certainly compete with this team. It just hasn't been going their way so far, but they take that one, they make it 3-7, and they're going to take Garage once again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're going to try to go for 2 in a row, but this time, Verdi's not there to get picked off, and obviously, PSG has adjusted. As I say that, Churms got distracted, and then a nice speak off the dog.
Just an instant punish. Anytime on the way sees somebody,
Enemy mark.
they are swinging out to fight, take the fight.
Dick. Enough sewers. Also with Boltsy.
I've got your trail.
So Gemmo's in with the classic. That ain't gonna work. Xander's gonna rub it in. Only has 1 life, but make sure he knows that he feels it. Oh, Verdi though, headshot.
Jacob gives away his position.
Oh,
What a shot. Verdi is just on one right now.
Spike planted.
yes. And again, there's a lot of people in chat talking about this Verdi, and I can't say I've seen him personally myself, but I've been very impressed today, and I can see why there is the hype.
Revealing area.
So it's still a very difficult round because it is a safe, but that'll help. Spraying through the box. Stellar's at 25 live. This is absolutely it's very much so now. Broxton has something to say about that. He takes out 2. Go for the third down to 32.
Boy.
Reload. Trying to go for the pre-fire.
Scanning ahead.
Rock's
Great
running
replay.
away,
There
gonna
they
scan, and yeah, that's a guarantee.
Super well played from Rock there. That was awfully close. I mean, great share of shots from BSG.
Last round before the
Rock
switch.
ultimately just outmaneuvering the situation, winning a crucial round for on the way.
All right, 4-7. Back to Bizo for BSG for round 12.
Right there.
The OTW looking to close out strong. They've won now 2 in a row. They do have Hunter's Fury, Lockdown, and Astral Wall. You know those are coming out. Verdi's 1 away from Seekers. Wondering if I might try for the A orb.
Right
But
here.
Verdi is in garage area, so
Revealing area.
do the reveal from the dog end. Stun there, but Jake will be fine. Oh. So Gemmo, certainly action is bound here.
Very aggressive position here in A short. Is going to get droned though, so he's going to have to take the shot. Will re-peek, of course.
Yep. Can't really peek off that. Meanwhile, Boltsy hit the shot of Nature, but it's gonna kill. And John Gemmo will get run down by Xander. Xander really loves to rub it in.
That's a no. How is that not a kill from Boltsy? I thought he had a Vandal and he had a headshot there.
It must have been through the wall.
Spike planted.
Well, the Hunter's Fury, it kills Xander, but Bang gets turned.
1 enemy remaining.
And the lockdown going to be used being the final round, of course. Trying to guarantee the spike plant and the hold. And it's up to Vic in a 1 versus 4. Obviously, no saving here.
Deploying drone.
Gotta try something. Gonna drone from the stairs.
Fletcher kick.
Get out of my way.
Get him out.
Get him out. Those are the rules. 7-5, so
sides.
great finish for OTW. They win 3 in a row. They make it 7-5. That's a feels good man for them. That's going to swap sides now. Of course, we're on defense. BSG on offense. Haven was OTW's or is OTW's map pick as well. Again to point out. So, fairly comfortable with the 5-round attacking side. Let's see how they do on defense now.
Yeah,
Also,
somebody tells me this pistol round is going to be wild and aggressive. Every round has been pretty much since first couple. Like both teams are kind of settling into this map and ready to just fight each other for control.
and even after the kills happen, there's a little bit of
Revealing area.
taunting going on. So, everybody's having fun with it. Jojemo. Nice headshots there. Good job in sewers. That was 2 players picking sewers, and Cruel finds a shot for the kill. So the A play initially is quickly stopped, and BSG has plans to go elsewhere, but they're going to run into a lot of utility up in C-Log.
Pulling them
Too
in.
late to pop it though.
That gets it eventually. The flash initially, and it wasn't too late. Maybe
Enemy
not.
remaining.
Molly's, yeah, Stellar with a right click, and suddenly won in Boltsy.
Great anchor by Xander there. Allows one player to get through, but cleans him up. 2 more on top of it.
Brock doing it in style. Throws a shock dart out, and it's the shot anyways before the shock dart gets the kill. God, those players are actually really close, a lot closer to each other than I guess I realized. They really can make sure that the opponents can hear them when they want to talk some smack. As long as it's not too over the top, of course, but nothing wrong with a little bit of letting your opponents know.
Leave the moms out of it, guys.
No, I love it, though. I absolutely love it. Definitely that mental game part of it. That's a whole other experience of a LAN, certainly. Thing. He's going to spray through mid. Xander would be in a good position here in garage. Demo gonna go for a re-peek, and he lands the headshot. Even though still holding strong.
That's
So
done.
Stellar.
One enemy remaining.
And there's the final kill. So using those Spectres, only losing the one player. Confident feeling round for OTW. Now they make it 7-9. So they're working off that strong finish in the first half. They win the first two. And they'll be on the bonus going into the buys for BSG side. Now we're going to see what BSG has up their sleeve in terms of, now they got guns. What are you looking to do?
My guess is push aggressively, because that is what we've seen really every round from them so far. Verdi has cooled off a little bit, but obviously with a Phantom in hand, a chance to do a bit more damage here.
Follow Verdi. Nice try. Hawks flying into one another towards the A side. But look at Verdi. He's going up mid pretty fast. Going to doggo out. The B, meanwhile, Vic is just holding a very tight angle here. For good reason. Almost found a headshot on Jake Roll.
Take flight.
3 players there. This
Right.
drone could be huge.
Enemy tag.
Does
good
not
job.
get the information though.
Blocking sight.
Yeah, that's big killing that drone. The Gemmo charging into the side, so Xander in the back of it. Creeping around. Oh, almost got a chance right there. Tries to skirt on out, but it's not going to happen. Terms found him.
Here.
Now the player advantage for PSG. Locking down B. Okay.
Taking that back. One
Clear
enemy
garage
remaining.
as well, so I have more to play with. And Vic will finally be rewarded for his patience with the final kill. ESG looking good there, the flawless on their first rifle round of the second half.
Right here.
All right, but again, buys now for OTW, and this is where it gets a little spicy. Got J. Crow picking up that operator. We'll take a look and see where J. Crow's setting up initially. It looks like more in the more towards the A side, if I can see that small mini map there. I want to say sewers even. This is where J. Crow's going to go for a peek.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
We got Vic lining up the
Scanning
recon
ahead.
dart initially towards Long's A. And J. Crow's not going to play aggressive, so sitting back at the top of sewer.
Every single one of the rounds starts with just like an absolute flurry of utility.
Scout destroyed.
Not afraid to click those buttons.
The drone up sewer coming out from OTW, but the squad of BSG is more towards mid, if anything, C. They're certainly making their way over there now, Boltsy, with the spike. Gonna send stars towards A, so a bit of a distraction play here. They're even droning up to A. And, well, maybe they're gonna push it now, because I don't see anyone.
No, they get caught by the dog coming down B, so they actually stars C and head over towards A. Unfortunately, that's directly into the operator. J. Cruel finds the first pick onto Vic.
Yeah, J. Krill starting to push out there at a comfortable, that good time. The jump across from Gemmo, but being flanked as well. J. Krill has to get out of that. Gets in, never mind. Gets another opportunity. Cannot find a third, but Bang is trying to trade, but Terms gets banged. 2 versus 3.
30 seconds
Mike is
left.
currently on the ground. Going to be picked up by Jet. Gemmo working up long now. Rock default. There is no shock darts. Oh, Terms all over the top.
Spike planted.
Buy some time with a
One enemy remaining.
on
Last player
on.
standing.
Sherms is needing an ace to clutch this one out. Has the lockdown. Has the turret as well, but goes ahead and peeks without the turret fully set up. Unfortunate timing there.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. You put the sentry down and you peek off of it, right? So it seems like you got a little panic there. And instead, Rock comes through.
Sometimes you're just going a little bit too fast. I mean, I like the idea of the lockdown. Could definitely buy him some time. The sentry there to give information, but then he just goes ahead and swings. A bit too aggressive.
The player just got 4 kills, so certainly can't be frustrated at him at the same time. But yeah, it's just an unfortunate finish in terms of this case. Almost had the ace to clutch the round, but in the end, Brock comes through, wins the duel, and makes it 8-8. But that is a lockdown, essentially wasted as well, so that's an important note. Xander does have Astro Wall on the side of OTW, the only ultimate currently is J. Cruel. They go for an aggressive A long play this time. But no one's peeking, at least yet. Maybe soon. Oh, Gemma's already up in sewers, wow. Uh-oh. Wait, what?
Avoids detection.
Oh, Bolty! The jump can't hit. Gemma's so far out there. Jaco finally hits the shot on Vic. Now spraying through the smoke, almost connected there again, but Jajemo waiting out the smoke.
Seems like a really good opportunity to maybe make a play back towards the other side of the map. This dog can find it.
Yep, they know, jumping up. Puts the recon out even, they really want Jajemo dead. As the recon, it's gonna scan now, it's gonna hit, and down he goes. He was just in an absolute horrid spot that whole time. Also lose Verdi.
On the way are not a team that's going to sit back and let you take any part of the map away from them, so punishing the aggressive push
30 seconds left.
In terms, he's spotted. There is 2 alive, so I'm not sure what Astra is. Astra's holding towards the top of sewer on the attacker side. Spotted there.
Last player
Really trying to
standing.
run him down. Gets caught looking the other way. Heard the footsteps. And now Volsi trying to get some plant money. No. Xander down to 2 life, but wins there. And 9-8 OTW. But yeah, PSG, they really tried to force that A push. And it just did not work. I mean, they got caught in a pretty horrid spot.
Yeah, they kept inching forward. I was kind of thinking, like, what if they just started making noise towards garage or fake the rotate and they can just leave Jajemo there, but they kept pushing farther and farther and farther. Eventually got scanned out and sprayed down through the wall.
This time it's going to be saves.
Deploying
Sheriffs this time around.
Or we get the nice for Jajemo. He's going to look for a headshot here. Xander.
They're just executing right off the bat. Great flash.
Couldn't turn for the kill.
Spike
Got
down.
some damage in. Angus turns as well, but Verdi, he finds 2 heads.
I've got your trail.
Player advantage, looking good for PSG.
Deagle Demon.
Spike planted.
Sheriff Demon, sir.
Last player standing.
Brock, oh, speaking of that, Sheriff.
Sheriff
Boltsy
Satan.
finds one. Just take. Doesn't sound as clean, but that was clean. Right there for BSG. A thrifty round, man. How about that? Of course, Astro Wall making great play with it. And of course, the knives opening kill as well helps. But I think Verdi with those 2 Sheriff kills certainly won them the round.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those spots where you have 2 options when you are on the eco. You can either just go as fast as possible and
Placing
pick
alarm
the pace
bot.
up even farther to try and overwhelm a site, or you can try and feel out the round. I think we know which way BSG is usually going to trend.
Take flight.
Vic comes up towards Long C again, sees the jump peak. So at least Astra's here. Astra's expecting almost an aggressive push again with what happened last round, but not going to be the case here. Took a couple of bullets, but survives. The dog up mid. Secret's ready for bang. There's in fact 4 ultimates online for OTW. We'll see if we can get any of them off.
Dashes onto site. Brock's gonna try and clear out default, but they're heading over to A.
Oh.
April could get swarmed here or could get a huge multi-kill. Brock is in position too. He cancels the ultimate.
Reaching up, can't go that shot in terms of dashing away. He's hiding in the smoke. Using it to his advantage in smoke wars. He's the gun and gets the kill on Volsi. Oh, finally taken out by Verdi though, but the secret, it's killed by Verdi. That's big. Did not get stunned.
Hawk out. Blinded.
This is a wild round breaking. Spike is down, however. They left it in the crossing.
Uh-oh.
30 seconds
Bit of
left.
a crossing. We got a crossfire here.
One enemy
Verdi's
remaining.
like, how do I do this? Oh, no, it's not going to happen. Verdi's dead, and Vic going to give it a go, but good luck with that. Going to go for a shock dart, distraction, almost hit a headshot there. It's just, I mean, valiant effort, certainly.
Absolutely. I would have died within the first 1 second, so you know, hats off to surviving, almost pulling off a kill.
OTW makes it 10-9, though. So for the first time this game, OTW, well, they have the lead. If I'm not mistaken, at least. Been tied, but now having the lead, and obviously had a strong finish there in the first half, and It's carried over to the second half momentum now as well, and neither team using their pauses yet, if at all. C hit though. We saw them do it a couple rounds ago on the Thrifty round, and looks like they might go for a pretty aggressive C hit this time, possibly.
Coming through garage as well. The dog is clearing away. The general's already in, but gets caught by the turret.
My double's dead.
Oh,
Spike down.
Xander helping to clean up as they enter through C long.
One enemy
Already
remaining.
peeking in through garage, but Xander, as soon as the smoke goes away, went that shot there, gets traded out. Vic. It's up to him, 1 versus 3. Vandal. Good tag though. Is being flanked as well with Jet. Knocking him out.
Too much to ask for, and on the way, starting to punish VSG's fairly one-dimensional fast hits. Now might be a good time for a little bit of a pace change, perhaps.
Oh, we have a little bit of a tech pause once again coming out. As talk number 1 of the admins. But yeah, 11-9 OTW. I don't think the economy is going to be that great for BSD this round. Yeah, it looks like they are going to have sheriffs. We do have Hunter's Fury on the Sova. But hey, we saw what happened last Thrifty round. That was that pretty aggressive C hit. But considering it didn't work out that last round now, I don't know if we'll see the same thing here. There is no operator on the other side to deal with, though. Currently, J. Kroll with a Vandal in hand instead. I guess I don't have to worry about that as we have another tech pause. Looks like we resume and then pausing it once again.
Placing swarm grenade.
Yeah, we have seen the power of the sheriffs for BSG. Certainly not afraid to take the duels even with those weaker weapons. We do have the Hunter's Fury for a bit of backup that can set it up.
Officially good to go. Controlling the grass early. Nobody in the B site other than a star at the entrance. But that's how the B site works a lot of the time. Very difficult to take over in flame. Can be collapsed from both sides. Oh, Vic, if they catch Bang, Bang, he is going to be spotted in the back of the site. Not going to commit though. Look at Garage. Birdie's pushed up, flashing out, but Stellar was hiding.
Flash miss. Yeah, false information. Xander
One
spam
enemy
kill.
remaining. Spike down. C.
Collapsing on that Garage and 0 kills going the way of VSG on that 50 round for them. OTW on the verge of taking Haven.
They're looking very strong here. You can see the initial heat that BSG had is starting to cool off on the way. Holding some very, very good crossfires. And every time that BSG makes an aggressive play, it seems like it's maybe 1 or 2 players running in at a time, just getting mowed down from multiple angles.
What do they have to deal with here? Or what do they have to use, I should say? They do have to deal with J. Kroll's operator this round now. Upgrades there. But they also have a lockdown and a Hunter's Fury used for their benefit. However, a lockdown and an Astral Wall on the side of OTW. As this dog is going to be quickly shot by the op. Of course, that info there that J. Kroll's nearby, and J. Kroll's not afraid to re-peek it even. Creeping out. Everyone basically is here for BSG. It's just a matter if you can find them not hiding. Oh, sees the drone coming out. Uh-oh.
Tag misses though, so he could re-peek. Not to be pushed off this angle. Good for being very tenacious here.
Flash though, and here we go. Sky charges in, gets the brain. J. Kroll finds the shot on Sheriff,
which is
the Phantom, but cannot get Vic. Almost a fantastic play by J. Kroll, but
Spike planted.
There's a lockdown to help retake here though. If Stellar wants to use it, he's just gonna walk in though.
Where's teammate? Team is coming from heaven. Set some stars up. They do have Astral Wall. They have lockdown. Yeah, choosing not to use that utility though, and instead they kind of just do not really a blind walkout, but I guess it kind of was.
Kind of interesting. They had a advantage it seemed like, but they still have a couple of rounds to work with.
Here.
Yeah, it's I don't know, that is just one of those cases though. It's like I think the mentality there is, you know what, we're 2 versus 3. It's not a guaranteed win by any means if we use our ultimates here, so we want to save them for later rounds. So let's just see what we can make happen. But you never know what's going to happen in the next couple of rounds, right? So I think that's one of those things in hindsight you may look back at if we end up going overtime. But either way, what's done is done. 10-12 BSG.
Here.
Trying to make the comeback for us, that OT.
See ya.
And that's a good start. Gemmo lands the offshot. We've seen Xander do those peeks. Usually it's that jumping peek, but not this time.
Scout
There
destroyed.
was a fake Astra Star to give the cover to cross out into the open like that, so a little bit of teamwork. BSG setting up that initial kill.
Stellar doesn't know which way to look. Has to fall back. Vic gets pinned. Stellar sitting in the smoke. Trying to dodge all these bullets here. Jumps over the 9. That's a full play.
Spike
Okay.
planted.
Well, J. Cole got 1, but it's a 4 versus 2, and they are going to save because, yeah, OTW does not have the best economy going into the final round. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, not using those ultimates, the chance when you maybe had them. So it's going to come down to the final round before overtime if we hit that. But they will have Astro Wall, they will have Lockdown, they will have Seekers on the defensive side. Hunt them.
They're just gonna back out down long. And yeah, this is potentially go overtime here. I'm not sure what the 3 players for On the Way Who Died will have in terms of buy, but I would imagine they should be fine. A pretty solid second half so far.
Players focused. This is the final round of this match, pending overtime, of course. As OTW trying to get to that map too, BSG. Love to see the OT. This is OTW's map pick. Once again here on Haven, we're going to be going to Split next. That's Booster Seat Gaming's map choice.
Scanning ahead.
But gotta finish this one first. Birdie up front in that smoke. J. Cruel not falling for the dog. Somebody peeks this.
Surely they flash this angle, right?
Right, yeah, I think so. Yep. Oh, didn't hit though. Oh no!
That's the second or third time that's happened so far this map. Kind of faked out by the false information of the bird. Fake news.
Feels bad for them for sure. Those are like, what? Seekers used defensively. That's coming in. Birdie on the A side though. Currently nobody here. That you can see the calls being made. The spike is now heading towards A site, and Birdie has a chance to catch somebody off guard.
One less.
Well, there you go. J. Cole jumping around.
Footsteps. Setting up to be a very strong crossfire. Unless Brock
30 seconds
plant
left.
long enough.
You have Astro Wall, you
Spike
have
planted.
Lockdown. There is a Hunter's Fury on the other side, but oh, nice job. Takes out Bolsey.
The wall goes down just in time.
Oh, that was his wall, yeah.
Yeah.
Bang, gets Sajero. Hunter's Fury used. Takes up the Lockdown. As the Astro Wall's mentioned, Birdie having to play around in some way. Somehow the defuse is happening. Can't hear, remember. Doesn't have the audio cue. Bang's just sitting it. That's, oh no, gets killed in the charge through. They got the shock dart kill. It's that way. No way. We are going OT here on Haven. What a finish
Overtime.
to this one.
Round.
You are so fucking bad when you're not hiding, bro.
To be honest, I was 100% sure that BSG lost that.
Yeah, no, me too. I thought for sure the map was over.
That shock dart from downtown, killing the diffuser at the last second. He was very close to finishing
Yep.
that second half.
Oh, it was a second or less for sure. The shock dart connects, and then that was just the beginning, by the way. Then
Yeah,
Vic had to get all those
seriously.
other kills. So what a finish. You got that adrenaline, but all right, now you're in OT. They swap sides. Here we go. BSG going to be on defense now. OTW on offense. Go early aggression into Raj, which does seem like a lot of their attacking success happened through here.
continuing to push. They take out the alarm bot.
Birdie!
Seen this before.
Hey, Garage, you can't. Come Garage against me, bro. Fucking flawless. What are you gonna do now?
They're gelling. You see the talking coming out. Another wearing mask, but you can see it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you never want to, like, obviously, Birdie is one of the guys who's talking the most up there. And it's like, you kind of get into this ego battle. Like, no way this guy's going to get 3 here. We're definitely killing him. And get 3 again. Same spot that we saw early on in this map.
Oh my god. 13-12, BSG. Swapping back over, OTW. Now they're on the back foot. Trying to force another OT. It's going to be a very fast A hit. They just want to really keep the pressure out. Though Jamel's in. Another smoke. Being chaotic. Goes for the logs. No. Sanders there. The back up and now Sanders. There's
One
3.
enemy
Gets 1. Gets
remaining.
2. Stellar got another bank up
Spike
ulti.
down, C.
And now it's just Vic with 4 alive. So this A fast play is quickly backfired.
Shock dart.
This is actual deja vu. I feel like we've seen the same crossfire from on the way many times. We've seen Vic against multiple people many times. We've seen Brock kill people with shock darts many times already.
Switching
And
sides.
I believe we see a little bit of jawing back right there. Coming out. I love it though. Absolutely love it. This is the land environment that you love to see, and the adrenaline continues to be very real and very high for both of these teams. But 13-13, we are going double overtime. First time we've had it on stream. We had an overtime, but ended 14-12, I believe. So
Time to mobilize my pack.
let it continue. Swapping back sides. Now, what do you do? Again, it's ain't broke, don't fix it type play. They want to go garage game. We saw what happened in the OT, though, so be careful about that. But Birdie's not here. Birdie's all the way in the A side. In fact, they 4-stacked A, so they made the defensive call that this was going to be an A push.
Gambled. And that dog will see nobody on C site.
Deploying drone.
Give on the way a little bit of like hesitancy to hit C. Are they hiding? Can we actually push this? The answer is obviously yes, but they don't know that.
They do see the operator along A, so that could also be another clue of like, okay, maybe we should just hit C. But they are taking a bit more time, but there's still no rotation. So yeah, this is going to be a free side. And OTW gonna get the plant down. BSG will have to play complete retake. Of course, no ultimate utility to work with. Being overtime, just simply abilities.
Terms. Whoa, very aggressive peek out there. Somehow he's alive.
Well, he was killing the nanoswarms. He saw one, he killed one, but he got distracted. And Brock's landing some dirty shots. Kills Birdie, in fact. There's a trade there, but Vic.
Last player
Oh,
standing.
nice. Distracted. Gemmo gets one with the operator. Vic goes down, though, and it's just not Gemmo with the op. 30 life against 2.
Turret. Oh no, he's so low.
Oh, straight to the box. OTW claims back the lead. 14-13.
Switching sides. Match point.
All right, BSG. Now they need to step up to the plate. They've struggled a bit on attack. And the ways looked really good, especially on that seaside hold. So, see what they have in store for us here. And definitely a team that likes their momentum. Let's see how they respond after losing a couple rounds.
Running back, BSG on offense. J. Crow with the opening on Birdie. Peeking mid. They really haven't done that yet.
Yeah, that was a great play. Perfect time to pull that one out. Comes out middle with the support of Sky.
And now PSG, they got to be feeling that pressure, certainly. With Birdie dead off the bat, this could be it. Xander holding a very tight angle in the garage. Gemmo runs right into the crosshair, and he gets turned as well. He'll take it.
Xander's nasty. He's been really, really good on defense.
Oh my gosh. It's like one of these cases. Crosshair's on him, doesn't know it though. But spike towards garage. Look at this flank from Stellar. Yeah, that's a free kill. Oh, that's a phantom! Oh God.
Easy.
OTW looking to close it out on Haven, and they will do just that. Jake distract. And OTW is on the way to a 1-0 lead. As they do take Haven in the end. Double overtime is what it took, but whew, that's a sigh of relief for them as far as Booster Seat Gaming. It's got a sting. Made a hell of a comeback to force the OT. It looked pretty, but in the end, coming up just short. We're going to go to split next.
Absolutely. I mean, I gotta say, I think on the way, definitely looking like the more fundamentally sound team. Booster Seat is a flashy one that definitely relies on aggression to get the job done, which, you know, it's kind of hard to keep up that momentum for an entire series, or an entire map for that matter. We saw there letting it slip away just at the very end, but definitely a very exciting series ahead of us.
Absolutely. You know, again, this being the finals, you would hope for a good series. The last thing you would want is a one-sided kind of stomp. And I mean, we expected more of this coming into it anyways, but it's definitely good to, you know, be verified in the sense, validated, I guess you could say, that we're getting it. So both these teams coming here to play, and something tells me we got a lot more play left here as we're going to be going to split next once again. But I believe we're going to go on our break as we're getting ready to set up for split. So I'm Breaking CPK, joined by Elevated. This is the finals on the way. Can they do it? Can they close it out? Or will BSG be able to force a map number 3? That's what we're going to find out next. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.